Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you everyone for supporting the channel. I have been able to order the parts I need to fix the e-bike today. They should be arriving, so we're going to get that together today. Put the new inner tube in, but we're going to enjoy some of this Firehouse coffee first. And then, you know what it is. You can come along with me and we'll learn how to do this together. So, let's rise above and crack on. That's going to prove to be difficult, huh? Got it. Nut washer. Nut washer. So next I'm going to take this part off, which is for the mud flap. That's self-explanatory. I know how to put that back. So while I'm on this side, I noticed that that's already loose right there just by taking the kickstand off. So that's all that's holding that on. So if we look at the kickstand, it goes on there like that, and that's what holds the tire on. Nothing else on the back side came off of that. That's sitting over there next to the tray. But we're going to loosen the brakes up a little bit, widen it, so that will be loose then. But then we got to loosen this wire here from the assembly somehow, which I'm not sure how it's going to work, but we're going to have to figure it out here in a second. So my next step is I'm going to see how this comes apart without messing the wire up to the motor, because this is the motor hub in the back. I got one of them loose. Trying to get them without forcing it so I can see what it's doing. There's two of them loose. Boy, they just don't want to come off, do they? And then there's the third one loose. So that gives me a little slack to play with there, so I can take that off. And there's on a spring there, that's pretty cool. I really don't understand how that's attached to it. I've watched a lot of videos and supposedly you can disconnect this cord to take this off to work on it. Like I said, I need to replace the tire. So, alright. Well, let's get on to, like I said, the disc brake part next. We're going to switch the camera around. Over. I'm going to loosen the tire up and then get the chain loose. Got to take this part off, this part off. I want to do that first. And then, these are the tools that came with the bike. So I'm trying to find the right one that goes on. It should be that one. Well, that loosened up pretty quickly. We'll get that ready. See the parts that it comes with. See, it's already loose. You just got to grab it and move it. They're do it the right way, I guess. This thing was such a pain in the butt to loosen. That's why you guys didn't get to see that. I had a few choice words there. Alright, so this comes off. Bolt with a locker on it next. Animal brake. I don't understand what that one's for. I loosened it, but I don't think it made a difference in anything going on, honestly. But now we should be able to slide it forward a little bit. We'll get that chain popped off of there. So I took the chain, slid it off the front like that. So it came this direction, we go back on. I don't know how it slid so easily, but oh yeah, there's a tire push forward. We'll go through the bottom first to get it back on. The tire slid all the way forward. Alright, so now the fun part is to get it apart on the other side. Alright, the package has arrived. So we got the new inner tube right here. We got to get it on there. And we got to get back onto here, onto the bike. All right, so the first thing I got to do, excuse me, first thing I got to do is take, wow, look how nice and shiny that is. Got to take that off. Right there's where that needs to go into, so got to somehow feed that into that. So we're going to lift this thing up. Kind of that position. Hopefully that will work. I already started getting it through there before I got the camera to start recording, so we're gonna start over, get the valve stem through, and the rest of it just usually flows pretty easy. You just tuck your tube in there. Pretty self-explanatory. See, I didn't take it the whole way off the tire, so just stick it on in there. Make sure it's nice and right, just like that. And to prevent it from coming through, put the cap back on. And the bike needs a cleanup though too while I got it apart, so we'll probably end up doing that. So like I said, look, it goes right back on. So it goes back on. A little bit of effort. If you ever done one of these e-bikes, it's not the funnest to do, I'll tell you. But you can get it on just like that. It's already on there. So now, for the real test, we're gonna pump it up, but we gotta get back onto the bike first. So let's get the chain on, as simple as that. So I just placed it on there, I put the bolts on there. Obviously I haven't got air in the tire, so we gotta be careful what we're doing. We got the chain on now, but there's other parts and stuff that we have to put on first. So we're gonna go ahead and do that right now. And I did get it all back together. It's on there nice. I didn't put the mud guard back on. Not leaking, it's holding there. How about it? You got it together, right? But do you see what's wrong? Look there. Look there. I put the kickstand on the wrong side. So I had to take it back apart, switch it back over to there. So let's crack on and get that. Here we go. Swapping out parts. You see, I didn't put them all the way on tight. This is a good thing, you know. Let's hope when I take this part off over here on this side that it doesn't, you know, wheel come off. That one went on nice and tight there. We'll have to swap the washer out with that as well. We're getting there. First get them on there loosely and then we'll tighten them up here in a second. Alright, ooh, I hit the camera. Alright, so we're tightening them up the rest of the way. So they're on there nice and good. Kickstand's working. Holding the bike up on its own there. So let's move it over so you can see it better. Boom. How do you like that? Like I said, we want to make sure they're on there nice and tight. We don't want the wheel coming off while we're riding, of course. That's on there. Let's see if it works. Works by me. Stays in the right spot. I'll continue tightening this side up. Make sure that's nice and good. Chain's on there just right. The brakes aren't grinding up. Ooh, hit the camera, hit the camera. Alright, let's give it a ride. A moment of truth. Let's see if it works. We back in business. Oh, the battery's really low, but other than that, the throttle's working great. 10 miles per hour. Brakes are working. Don't sound like nothing's grinding. Chain's still on. Pedal sitting working nice. Yeah, we're back in business, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it seems. We'll check real quick, see the tires holding there. Alright, I didn't bring a tripod or anything, but looks like it's holding there to me. I got the kickstand on the right side finally. Well, it's the left side if you want to be technical, but it's where it's supposed to be. Looks good to me. So, looks like we're back in business. Let's crack on. Well, that's it for this video, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for supporting the channel and making these things happen. Without y'all, I don't know what we would be doing. So, until next time, y'all, stay safe, rise above, crack on.